Alrighty, so we're going to be replacing some wall receptacles. They are worn out and they are not holding the plug very well. So here in the country I was born in, we use a 14 American wire gauge on 15 amps, 12 American wire gauge on 20 amps. The black is live, the white is neutral, the bare of the green is the ground, and also red and blue are live colors. White may be found live in a switch loop or a 220, 240 volt circuit where the appliance does not require a neutral. So I'll show you how to replace outlets. This one is just worn out. It's not holding the plug very well when I plug into it. Oh, look. See how it's broken on the bottom here? So we'll take our tester here. We'll just verify that it's off. The black is off. The red is off. See how they did a sloppy job putting that black wire around the screw? The insulation is up under the screw there. You don't want that. You want it like that red wire. Now when you wire a multi-branch circuit like this, you have to make sure both circuits are on opposite legs of the 240, because otherwise you could overload the neutral. And you can see how a chunk is missing from the outlet right there. See the receptacle part right there? It's all, that plastic is missing from the device. Okay, so we will use one screw on the neutral. See how it goes to the wider slot? Brass is your live color, live wire, black, red or blue would go there, narrower slot. So since this is a multi-wire branch circuit and we're sharing the neutral, we'll break this little tab off. So you take a pair of pliers, you just grab it like that, you just rock it back and forth, and it breaks off like that. And the white side has that little tab, but since we're sharing the neutral, we leave that in. So first we'll hook our ground wire to the green screw. Make sure it's nice and tight. We'll open up our loop on the white wire here. Bring it around the screw the direction that the screw turns. Close it the direction that the screw turns. I pull back with these two fingers so that the copper is under the screw head all the way around. Make sure it's nice and tight. Our insulation's not under that screw head. So we'll flip it around and we'll fold our ground wire so it zigzags down across the bottom here. Now it doesn't matter which one goes on top and which one goes on the bottom, but we'll put the red on the top. Close it the direction that our screw turns. Make sure it's nice and tight. And we'll open up this black one. See how they had it wrapped around there like we didn't want it wrapped up. They made the loop too small, so we're going to open that loop up and straighten it out. We're going to make it a little bit bigger here, like that. Put it around our screw, the direction that the screw turns. Close it, the direction that our screw turns. So I have some copper behind the screw head so I don't get the insulation under the screw head. Tighten it, and there's what we want it to look like. We want the insulation on this plastic end in this plastic area. You don't want it behind the plastic, and you don't want it under the screw head. Okay, we have our ground wire zigzagged across the bottom there, and now we can screw this back into the wall here. Okay, we'll make sure it's nice and snug. And our ground wire is down away from everything. Okay, this is just a single circuit outlet here. And we'll just verify that the power is off. Okay, so we're going to close a couple screws that we're not going to be using here. Okay, here in the country I was born in, the black is live, and it goes on the brass colored screw. To make my loop so I can grab it with my pliers like this. And close the loop. And I'll tighten the screw. Make sure it's nice and tight like that. Now we'll come over here and we'll get our white onto the silver colored screw here. Okay, that loop's a little big, so I'm going to open this up a little bit. I'm going to clip just a little bit off of it there. Make our loop a little bit bigger here. Bring it up. And I'll come with our pliers and close it so it's going around the screw the direction that our screw turns. That way we don't get the copper back behind the plastic here. We'll tighten it. Tight like that. Okay, now we'll hook our ground up on the green screw. Okay, so we can close it the direction that our screw turns. And I hate how these Phillips screws ruin my screwdriver, so I'm going to use a flathead to tighten this one. Make sure it's tight. Our copper is under the head all the way around. Our copper is around the head all the way around. And we have a nice connection, so we're going to fold our wires back into our box. We're going to go up and down like an accordion with the white and the black. And we're going to zigzag our ground wire down across the bottom so it stays away from our live and our neutral. Okay, so I push it down so it stays down at the bottom here. Keep it down. I'll screw it in nice and snug here. Nice and tight. Always make sure our ground wire is down away from everything.